some technical difficulties going on here, and it's just about time for a break anyway. So put us on break, and say we're going to be back in about 10 minutes because I don't know how these technical difficulties are going to go. So see you all in a few. And we're back, everybody. We are back. Everyone was sitting down to a nice dinner on Rook. Rook, you are very rich, and as long as this meal costs less than $1,000, you don't even have to roll to be able to pay for it. You just have the money.
Okay, so keep the tab under $1,000.
For 4 people, usually that'd be easy, but one of them is Jane. But she's lost her appetite today, so it's probably gonna be fine.
Okay.
Can Hope ask Rook something while both Kelly and X, right? Yes. Off to the bathrooms.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna probably like turn to him and go like, so what do you do? If I may ask. You're really good with guns.
I was being blackmailed by a mafia on the East Coast to kill somebody here, and then we took him and we had him shipped somewhere else, and now I'm hanging out with these guys.
She probably stops like mid putting something in her mouth.
Oh yeah, I was a werewolf.
I shouldn't be surprised by this. And then she just nods and like takes a bite of her fish.
There's also one of our friends is she's a paladin, correct?
Yep.
Okay. She's not here right now.
Oh.
She's doing something, but when she
Paladin,
comes back,
huh?
we're gonna have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I hope she's nice.
Well, she's gotten me out of a few states.
What's the name of this paladin?
Her name is
Alexis.
Parkins.
Is he like going through his phone?
Yes, I love that.
Yes. Not
Yep.
Mom. Oh God.
So yeah, Kelly comes back to the table and just kind of shakes his head and is like, she's gonna be all right. How long do you have to take a moment to yourself, Jane X?
I'm good. Like, they go in there, cry it out for a minute, and like come back and like eat, but not with like the usual vigor, but because like this is why I'm here. Like, I will overcome this and eat food.
You already had like a bag full of burgers from a fast food joint earlier, so probably everybody thinks you're just full. Like you're not actually 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Like usually it would be like, you know, the 4 or 5 desserts, the 6 appetizers and all that. But
that's actually what
like,
I was girding my wallet for that, but I guess I don't have to do that.
Yeah. Nope. But no, this time she just eats her pizza and drinks water.
Okay.
Sitting down again.
Just realized why this wasn't looking as good as it could have, because I messed up. Where's this one? There it is. Aha! Boy, it took me all the way to the 3rd hour to figure that one out. Sometimes I am pretty much the best. Okay, perfect. Alrighty. So yeah, you guys are sitting around talking about things, and I think Hope, you get a text message back from where did I put my Where'd I put my notes? Oh no, 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 come back. Oh gosh, I'm just ruining everything, guys.
It's okay.
It's not okay. I'm the worst. Here we go. I had everybody's character sheets all popped out and everything. Oh, well, that's right. I lost them when I had my internet spaz out for a minute. Okay. So, Hope, yeah, you get a text message back from Liliandra, who is the handmaiden of Winter. She's basically the person who's like your kind of go-to between Lady Winter and yourself. And it just says, come to the gardens. And you know that means the glass gardens underneath the Space Needle, which is where...
And I know it means now,
and
right?
you know it means as soon as...
She doesn't even hesitate. She was like, well, it was nice hanging out with you. She stands up and just like literally starts putting on her gloves, puts her phone in her pocket. I gotta go. And she's like mid everything. She like waves and goes like, you guys need anything? You'll probably find me. And
Can
she
I-
walks out the door.
Our-
Or Tracy.
we'll probably run into each other again.
She nods.
Okay.
Like Jane finished off her pizza, sits for a minute, and then just grabs her food and starts eating.
Okay. Rook, what about you? Do you have anything else to say before she's out of there?
Oh, do we already have? Do we have contact information for her? I imagine we're gonna probably need to call her at some point.
I don't know. Hope, did you give them your contact information at all?
Not if they didn't ask.
I don't think you did.
What's your number?
She
A
turns
girl.
around on her heels and goes like, you asking me out?
No.
She laughs and just like spits out, like not spits out, like types it on her phone, shows it to you so you can copy it, and then erases it and like double times it out of there
Yeah, you put it on
without
there.
saying anything.
So yeah, now Rook has her number. That's definitely not asking her out, and that's it's important. Come in handy later.
Just put underneath it like I did not ask this number to ask her out. It's in the notes.
So we're gonna follow Hope for a minute while you guys are sitting there at victory dinner.
Okay.
As
Oh, and Hope takes the duffel bag with her, with the guns.
of course.
Oh, they're her guns anyway.
So, do you like call a Lyft or like a Uber or something, or do you take public transportation?
I'll Uber there.
Yeah.
It's like whatever gets me there the fastest.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you do that, and you manage to get there within like probably half an hour, which is we're probably coming from like downtown area, so it's pretty quick. And I was going to put you guys back on the Seattle page, but it's blank. I don't know what happened to my Seattle?
It's not blank for me. I see the map.
Really? Seriously blank.
Yeah, I'm looking at the map right now.
I see the map.
Because for me, it's blank.
It might just not be loading then.
Oh my gosh, that's okay. I don't need to look at that. I wanted to show it to people on the internet, but it's fine. We'll move over to one of the other pages here. This one is better, I guess. Okay. Doesn't have our faces, but that's fine. So Hope, you are you get there, and there's a bunch of glass sculptures And this is a haven for the Winter Court Fae. This is um, where they are currently in charge, like their seat of power in the mortal realm here in Seattle. And as you walk in, there's a guard with the aspect of a human, but it's clearly Fae. You've met them before, and they nod at you because they know who you are, and you have a great degree of power. So they just nod as you come in, and you can see these the glass sculptures are incredibly beautiful in the sunlight, although it's night. But they're kind of eerie in the moonlight, which is where you're at right now. But they're eerily beautiful. They're still beautiful. They're just in the kind of way that makes you think perhaps they could come to life or something. And as you walk through, there's a number of like little cliques of other Fae, most of whom are wearing human guises, and glamour. But as you get closer and closer to where the Lady of Winter is holding her court under the starlight, less and less of them are bothering to put up human disguises, and they become more and more terrible and beautiful as Fae are wont to do. And you finally get there, and you know that this is a weak point between our world and the Never Never, and so coming and going into the fairy realm is very easy here. And as you approach, you see, can I give her name again? Leandra Booth herself is standing there, and she nods to you, and she basically announces you to, like, there's this clearing where there's a glass throne, and sitting on the glass throne is the Lady of Winter, and she's talking to someone else, but as Leandra says, now approaching the winter night, the Lady of Winter makes a goodbye hand gesture to the sycophants she was talking to, and they all leave. And she sits there and she steeples her hands and says,
Yeah, Hope approaches and like not too close, bows in respect, and just puts her hands behind her back and just stands there almost like a soldier, and she just waits with her head bowed slightly.
Hope you have done very well. We've heard about what you did earlier today.
I did what was needed, my lady.
She nods. Good. Now, I'd like you to be staying here with me in Seattle for a time. And perhaps doing similar things. It seems that the humans are getting restless, and more are turning to dark magics. We can't have them interrupting our business. So, there's one in particular I'd like you to look into.
She nods once.
Okay.
My lady?
And like she starts to tell you about it as we cut away and we can't actually hear what she's telling you. But we get back to the restaurant, and X has just finished whatever you've left behind. What are you guys doing back in the restaurant?
I am just waiting for the bill. I could use a nap.
Okay. So yeah, Jane, Rook, either one of you have anything you wanted to add? Because this might actually be a good place to just to end for the evening or the day, depending on where you are. And we can pick up next time with Hope's mission from the Winter Queen. See if you guys get pulled into that.
I think Jane has to work tomorrow, and I think all the adrenaline and the energy and everything's catching up to her, so she looks like she's about to like nod off into the plate.
Yeah. Yeah. So Kelly will offer to give you a ride home, Rook, and Kelly will sigh heavily, knowing that Jane is going to be following him home anyway.
This is where she lives now.
He's still not very happy about that, but also,
She hasn't broken anything
yet. Yeah,
Sounds good.
and she's really only there to sleep.
That's true. So this is gonna be a significant milestone for you guys. So you guys can mark that down, and I'll tell Mike about it when can. So you guys can either, so you get all of the following. You get one additional skill rank, which you can add to any skill. Basically move it from one position up to the next. Or you can take something that you don't already have any skill in and bring that up to average. Remember, you cannot have more of a skill at a higher rank than you have of the one below it. So it's always going to have the most at average, then at fair, then at good, then at great, etc.
Okay, so we can have more than 2 skills
Yes.
total.
Yes.
Oh, great.
So,
To become even richer.
you could become richer. That's definitely a thing you can do.
Can I bump my discipline or my contacts to great
Let me look at your character sheet.
instead of good? Is that possible?
So, because the way you're built up there,
Mhm.
you cannot, because you have 3 at average, and then 3 at fair, and 3 at good, and 3 at great.
Oh, okay.
So you'd have to add something in at average, and then you'd be able to move something from average up to fair. And so.
Oh, okay, so I have to bump it basically.
Right, because you have like, you can't have a gap in there. And so the same thing kind of applies to you as well, Rook, because you got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. You can't.
Oh yeah, something else has to be moved up to superb before I can do anything else.
So basically, you have to add something at average before you can move something up to fair, and then.
Oh, okay, that's right. It's a pyramid shape,
Right,
so
right.
it has to be. I have to have more of the lesser skills before I can have more of the greater
Right,
skills.
exactly. But you can add an extra
Gotcha.
skill rank. You also gain the benefits of a minor milestone, and spellcasters can reconfigure their focus and enhance their item slots. Only spellcaster doesn't actually have either one of those things, so it doesn't matter. Your benefits of a minor milestone are you can switch the rank values of any 2 skills, so you can basically you can change stuff around, so you can take your resources up to superb as long as you take down either your guns or your driving, if you wanted to, Rook.
Okay.
But you don't even have to do them right next to each other. You could bump your discipline up to superb, but you'd have to swap down your driving.
Gotcha. Okay.
Alternatively, you can change any single stunt for another stunt, making sure that you pay the appropriate costs. Those stunts only cost 1, so you just basically swap out one stunt for another one without changing your overall refresh. You can purchase additional stunts or powers, providing that you have the refresh to do so. Or you can rename one aspect. So if there's one aspect, we didn't actually, I never coerced any of your aspects this time, just because none of them were really appropriate given the specific situation you guys were in. but if you want to change any of those aspects so that they're going to be, make sure that you've got yourself up there. So.
Okay.
Okay, so to recap, I can put something in average and I can bump something else up.
You can do one. You can bring up one, which right now is going to be to take something from nothing up to average.
Lore. The one thing I keep having to roll and I don't have.
It's probably for the best that you do have that. So yes.
So I can add lore to average.
Yes. And Jane,
All right.
you can. Jane's got a much more pyramid-shaped pyramid. So Jane, you've got 5 at average and 3 at fair, 2 at good, and 2 at great, and 1 at superb. So you could take one from average and bump it up to fair. If you wanted to.
I was going to do endurance.
Cool. So yeah.
How do I do that? Just hit add?
So yeah, you hit add, and then put in endurance there, and then go down to average and go to modify, and then erase the box from endurance.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what was the second thing we could do?
The next thing you can do is you can switch the value of 2 skills. So if you want to make your lore better, now that you've added it, you can switch it with something else to make it more powerful, but making the other one less powerful. Or alternatively, you can purchase a new stunt, or change your stunts around, or change one stunt around. Basically, remove a stunt and then get another one. Or you can change the name of one of your aspects. This is all on page 88 of your book. I sent the PDF to all of you guys, so you should have it for sure.
What if you want to swap out an average thing that we haven't used and then put something else in there that would be more helpful?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm going to take out performance and then put in conviction.
I'm going to be adding endurance.
Nice.
So I can switch 2 skills around anywhere? Or just at the bottom?
Anywhere. So you can take one, basically you can take one that's at average and remove it and bring in a skill that you do not already have. Or you can switch them around on the tree, any skills you already have. One for one.
Okay. What was empathy used for again?
Empathy is used as a social, if you're in a social conflict. It's usually what you use as a defense. Let's see here.
I was thinking of switching empathy with contacts and bump contacts up to great and put empathy at good. Could I do that?
Do you already have both of those? No.
Yes.
Then yeah, definitely. So empathy is used to read people, be a shoulder to cry on, social initiative, determine the order in a social conflict that you're gonna go, and as a social defense. So, you can defend against deceit for empathy to sort out truth from fiction from what you're hearing, or if someone is trying to socially attack you with rapport, you can use empathy to defend against it as well. You can also roll empathy as a social attack.
Oh.
Your mic went weird, Susan.
Your mic. That is bad. Okay.
Can I still switch to slots, skill things?
Yeah. Did that help my microphone, by the way?
I think she's
Out. Okay, never mind.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
So cool. I can see and hear them, but they can't hear me. So I think we're gonna call it here, everybody.
We can.
Can't hear you.
I can't hear it.
Yeah. It's
Cool.
just hearing. For the rest, you're fine.
Fantastic. We're gonna call it here, guys. I hope you're having had a good time, and we will be back soon. Eventually, I will post up my schedule when I can, and have a great night.